And I can only assume that he used that rental car to, again, lure this woman with the Little Caesars pizza to the hotel. That wasn't very strong.
That the court works in facts, not assumptions. If you're making assumptions, please go back to law school.
The only assumption I made was that he used the car, but him having the car wasn't an assumption.
Actually, it was, because, as I said, the license was in the old suitcase. Or was in a suitcase that was stolen. So it wasn't even on him. So probably another person.
I'd like to counter that argument by saying that someone who is very versed in computer science can easily make something look like it was set up against him. Because I would say Mr. Offset, having a degree in computer science, would be a very smart individual.
Under what evidence would that be? Sorry.
Because just based off of computer science being one of the harder degrees to earn in life, I would say that you'd have to be a smart person to get through that.
What evidence do you say is the hardest when people get degrees off Google and even learn on YouTube how to CS?
His degree was shown by the journalist actually. And it was not off of Google. That doesn't mean he's not smart, and I think it's kind of crazy for you to be insulting the intelligence of your clients, if I say so myself.
I'm just stating the facts.
Connecting Twitch allows you to use the Twitch Jurors feature to start a poll in chat and lets viewers vote using guilty/non-guilty. These roles are essential for the game to proceed. Judge is the arbiter of the trial. They control speaking turns between the defense and prosecution and can stun players who misbehave. The gavel has 3 positions. Gives the floor to a lawyer, allows them to present evidence, delivers the verdict, guilty, not guilty, and guilty. Calls or dismisses a witness. Red equals prosecution, blue equals defense. Twitch polls can be started by the judge via the scale on their desktop. Viewers can also vote at any time using the guilty/not guilty. Prosecutor. The prosecutor must prove the accused is guilty. At the start of the trial, they can write the charges as X is accused of Y. They can import a photo of the accused. Now, this shit is what makes it super funny, bro. They present 5 evidence cards out of 10 to construct a narrative of guilt. The prosecutor may, when it's their turn, present a witness randomly selected from the global roster. Clicking on the witness photo when it's their turn sends a notification to the judge. Defense attorney. The defense attorney must prove the accused is innocent. They must also present 5 evidence cards to argue innocence. The defense attorney may, when it's their turn, present a witness randomly selected from a global roster. And it's the same thing with the thing. Secondary. So see, these are the 3 roles that are must-have. So that's why I'm saying, like, we could still play it. Secondary roles. Witness. Represents both prosecution and defense witnesses and provides supporting or opposing fact. Bailiff. He maintains order in the courtroom and has a range of tools that knock out unruly players. The judge can override the bailiff's actions. Blocks player actions, but they can still speak. Stuns a player briefly, turns a player into a bird. What the fuck? Journalist can write 3 breaking news per trial usable as evidence. And that's why I was saying it's evidence. So they could just write some random shit to Bro, I'm telling you. Boy, hands up in the air. Yeah, you see my sock? You see my sock?
No, on my phone. I cannot see your sock.
Show us judge. Yeah. These emotes are fucking hilarious. Yo.
My nigga pitch black.
Hey, yo. All right. Court is in session. Court's in session, y'all.
Oh, I'm still loading. I don't know what you mean.
Oh.
I am also loading.
Yeah, I'm also loading too, so
Oh, I was like, how are you in court already? I'm still at the loading screen.
Court is in session.
Now I'm loading. Okay.
All right. This game is pretty low. Okay.
You got a fucking dog.
Order. Okay. She can only start talking after she has the prosecution.
Alright. What the hell is this? Hold on.
Okay, in the court of... Well, hold on. Oh, fuck, I missed it. Hold on. In the court of Mr. Wiles. Mr. Wiles is accused of stealing a beaver from Bucky's. Oh, God. Okay. Alright, I gotta get into roleplay mode. Okay, perfect. So, I will allow Miss Prosecutor Who's to start off with her opening statement. You now have the floor.
Wait, hold on, wait.
Use those evidence cards.
Pause, wait.
Oh my God.
Wait, look at them. I can't look at them.
Hurry up.
Hold on, wait. I'm accusing him, right, of stealing? I'm not.
Yes, you're accusing the dude with the...
So, you know that new enclosure that they have making at the Bucky's, right? Next to the what is it? The briskets, right? Eyewitness say that he was stealing in the enclosure and he ran out.
Okay, do you have any evidence to support
Bro,
this?
I can't open the fucking card. I'm so lost. I'm not deal with you.
Okay, prosecutor seems very unprofessional.
Shut the fuck up. It's my first time, Your Honor. Heard on. How do I get back? Here we go. Okay. So, he threatened one of the employees with a knife, a dull knife, to steal one of the beavers.
Okay.
And
You don't have to present all your evidence right now. Alright, defense. Is there anything you have to say? The floor is yours.
How you doing today, Your Honor?
Doing well.
So we got so Mr. Wiles has been accused of stealing a beaver from Bucky's. Let me not say that is very terrible offense.
Okay.
I'm trying to pull up some evidence right now, but I seem to not be able to pull my evidence.
All right. Let me see if I can give you the floor again here.
you see, he's proven guilty already. He has no defense.
List.
I seem to not be able to get my.
Sorry, that was unprofessional. Sorry. Defense, we're still waiting on some evidence here, man.
I am. Yeah, it seems like my papers are late right now. He has not made it in because.
What the fuck are you doing? Stop it.
Order in the court.
Your Honor, tell the bailiff to stop throwing paper airplanes at me.
All right, order in the... Oh, shit. Order in the court.
I don't know if it's appropriate for a judge.
What? The journalist is sleeping.
No sleeping in court.
Honor, I'm just trying to think.
No. No sleeping in court.
But that's how I think.
No, sleeping in court. I'll smack you.
Sleeping in court is how you think? Oh my gosh. Oh. Ignore that. Sorry, very unprofessional of me.
Where did the journalist go?
She's from here. She's a dog. She's a mutant.
You turned her into a bird.
That's not a song.
That's so unprofessional in court.
Hey, yo.
We're not gonna have a good
This game is actually really freaking good, bro. I love it. But this is like my first actual game.
You're muted. Judge.
Yes.
You were muted.
Oh yeah, I know.
Okay.
My evidence for some reason is not coming up, Judge.
Okay. Try now. You don't have any cards?
I have the blue ones and the red ones on top, and nothing's happening.
Oh, go to go to your file in front of you.
Yeah, you have to click the file in front of you.
I didn't even know that was there.
It took me
All right, so it looks like both defense and prosecution are a little unprofessional. Okay, let me write that down. So it seems like you've presented to me an incognito costume. What do we make of this?
So, with that, I would like to say that those right there did not belong to my client.
Do we have any more evidence to prove this? Like DNA, anything?
There is prison breakout. So what I'm saying is, I think that somebody disguised himself as my client after a prison breakout.
Okay.
These
Let me go.
buggies, they stole it.
Okay. Okay, just writing that down in my notes. All right. A prosecution. Do we have any counter arguments?
Yes, actually. We have proof that it was eyewitnesses say it was him at the crime scene, Mr. Wiles, because they took his fingerprints at the station. Here is a medical file to support my claim.
This is looking a little alarming, prosecution or defense. Any counter arguments?
Definitely. Go ahead and go into my evidence folder for you real quick.
Yeah, bro, this game is actually like really cool.
Here.
Oh, what is this?
Whoa!
What the hell?
Whoa! Mr. Wiles! Defense! Mr. Wiles is diddying the beaver? What's going on here?
Well, you know, yesterday we are socks. Socks cannot be charged with you know.
I mean, this is evidence, though. This is evidence. This proves that Mr. Wiles was indeed giving back shots. So you got what's going on?
This is my point that he stole a beaver.
Hey,
from
hey!
Bucky's.
Order in the court. It's not your turn. It's not your turn.
Sorry.
I got you, Judge.
Thank you, bailiff.
That right there. Clearly, right before this trial, I actually saw journalists drinking right before they came into the courtroom, and they went ahead and falsified evidence to get my client in trouble.
Okay. Let's see. Let me go ahead and take some notes here.
Damn. He writing away. He typing away.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be echoing, but you know. It's okay. Prosecution. What do you have to say about this? Apparently,
Yes.
apparently it seems, even though he was diddying the beaver, this crushed can seemed to show up, and it seems to be belonging to our very own journalist here. Which means our journalist could be paid off.
Actually, Your Honor, I have evidence. I have this object of a used bullet casing that the journalist was actually threatened.
What gas?
Sorry, she was actually threatened by what is he called? Mr. Wiles.
Okay.
To keep quiet. And also, he used an unknown number to contact the journalist. By
Okay.
my calculations, to make sure that everything went smoothly.
Okay. You have presented all of your evidence so far, prosecution, and might I say, doing a very fine job. However, I will turn it over to defense for his final statement. You have the floor, defense.
Yes. So I have this. I have that exact gun right here. It is indeed a water gun. It is not a real gun. The client simply just likes to play with water guns. I'd be a little childish, but he is not a violent person, nor has he ever tried to smash.
Objection, Your Honor.
I'll allow it. Well, go ahead, prosecution.
Sorry. He threw something at me. He says that Mr. Wiles here isn't a violent person. But yet he still had a knife on him. Regardless, even if it was a water gun. We still found a shell casing at the crime of the scene.
Okay.
So that means that he fired one bullet, at least one. Which means he threatened to hurt innocent lives while stealing a beaver at Buc-ee's.
Well, let me ask you this, because prosecution is saying it's a water gun, so could the bullet have been planted there, is the question.
See, Your Honor,
Yes, you have the floor.
to say that again, somebody posed as my client.
That is very true.
They dressed up like him and broke out of prison. Committed this heinous act. And while yes, his fingerprints were at the Buc-ee's. It's not illegal to be at a Buc-ee's at all. But we also do know someone did break in looking exactly like him, committing this heinous crime while also trying to hook a beaver.
Okay. Is there any more breaking news at all?
Where is the so-called doppelganger then?
Oh my gosh, we got breaking news. Order.
As you can see, Your Honor, we have two evidence of two eyewitnesses saying that they have seen Mr. Wiles doing heinous actions to Bucky the Beaver.
Okay. Let me go ahead and gather my evidence, and I will make a verdict. Let's see. Okay, y'all. What do y'all think? So we got transport strikes. She never talked about what this was. But they found a dull knife. Medical file. Spoiler alert. It's not good. Fired, but at what? For the used bullet casing, and then an unknown SIM card. I am very concerned at the professionalism on this case. Okay? Here's my thought here. He did say... Now, hear me out. For defense, somebody was a doppelganger. Prison breakout with the doppelganger. Business card used. crush can, and the gun was fake. So now there's still a question of where is this used bullet casing from? And was it planted at the scene of the crime by the so-called doppelganger? All right, everyone. I think I have come. Pause.
That's it?
Pause. Okay, I think I have come up with a verdict. I will explain my reasoning before giving the verdict. All right, so going through the evidence. Prosecution, you failed to mention anything about transport strikes. I have no. So you presented evidence that didn't make any sense. You never explained it, so that one kind of throws your movements off just a little bit and seems a little bit of a personal attack to defense. Mr. Wiles here. So with that being said, you did have evidence of a dull knife, a bullet casing, a SIM card, and a medical file. Now, the dull knife hasn't been super properly explained by defense, which may be well in your favor. However, we have yet to find out who this doppelganger is, and it has been proven that that bullet casing might have been planted because of the gun being fake, which is in the possession of defense. So, defense. I think you were very strong on your on your counter arguments, especially with the doppelganger. However, again, we have not found out who this doppelganger is. And the water gun shows that he is not shooting anything. However, both breaking news show Mr. Wiles with the beaver. So I'll give you one chance to explain, if he wasn't the one who did it, where did he get the beaver from?
Obviously, yes. Like, I may have been at Bucky's at the same time someone was robbing or stealing. The person who was caught on camera was obviously the person who was dressed up like my client. Because again, just because his fingerprints were at the store, because he was at the store, doesn't mean that he was necessarily the one who did steal the beaver. Mainly because
Look, guys.
All right, that's enough. Let's see. I will present the verdict. Now, this verdict has been decided for one reason and one reason only. And that is because on the business card that defense has presented, which he failed to mention, we just had to sift through the evidence, it shows on his business card that this beaver was a purchase made on the card. So with that being said, Mr. Wiles, you have been found not guilty.
Ain't no goddamn way.
That's crazy.
Miss
The judge was caught in Epstein Island, Mr. Wiles.
yo,
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that first one was very odd. Okay, give me a second here. All right. Oh, my bad. Sorry, Your Honor. I am ready to present. If I could just have the floor here.
you may.
All right. I need you to hit the red thing with your gavel. Okay, let's see. Just give me a few moments to look through my evidence real quick. All right, Your Honor. So today we are accusing Offset over there with soiling another sock. So what I have for you here at the start is a hotel key card. This has been found in the possession of Mr. Offset over here, meaning he brought this said sock over there to soil it.
What do you have in retort to that?
I'll bring to evidence the free hug sign. During the time of this accused bringing to his hotel room, there's actually an event for free hugs. Everyone there came in willingly, including my client and this sock.
Objection. Relevance? Oh, brother. Okay, with that being said, Your Honor, hear me out here, okay? Offset does actually indeed have a twin sister, and I'm glad that, you know what? I'm glad that the journalist brought that up. Which, by the way... Hold on. Yeah, this is for you, journalist. By the way, I'm glad she brought that up because at the hotel scene, Mr. Offset actually left his driver's license that said his name on it, showing that it was indeed not the twin sister.
Interesting. You found this old Starbucks, you say. Well, you failed to mention, there was also an old suitcase there, which unknowing to my client, was actually taken from his property, and now turned up in this hotel.
Ironic.
We have... Okay. So far... Offset being accused of soiling another stock. There was a hotel key card, sign, free hugs, driver's license that belonged to a twin sister due to breaking an old suitcase. What do you have to say in retort?
Thank you for officially giving me the floor, Your Honor. I find it interesting that he says that the briefcase was put there and tried to insinuate that his client was either robbed or is being framed. But I would like to also point out that Mr. Offset here, and by the way, I've done my research, and this is why. Okay, hold on, I'll wait for breaking news. At Lil C's the night of the crime. Now, Your Honor, I would like to also present... This actually furthers my point. If anything, you know what? The journalist is helping me out. So you know what? Thank you, journalist. I would also like to mention that my client was at Little Caesars the night of the crime. However, I also have proof that he rented a car so that he could take the other sock over to the hotel so that he can soil the sock. He was indeed at the free hugs event, but he used his rental car to lure her with the pizza from Lil C's over to the hotel.
That is indeed very interesting. Offense?
Hey, nigga, I'm a good prosecutor, bro. Hey, I'm a good prosecutor. Okay, hold on.
If you were to remember, I said the free hug was in the same hotel already of this alleged hotel that were brought over. So my client wouldn't need a rental car, actually. So possibly that ID was stolen from the suitcase, and then they had unlawfully used it as to take a rental car out, framing Mr. Offset.
Objection, Your Honor. Objection. All right. With that being said, defense has not actually provided any proof that the client lives anywhere near this hotel. So how do we know he's not just spouting out hearsay?
That is indeed true.
At the same time, how do we know you're not saying hearsay?
Because I've provided you with evidence of everything. The key card, the driver's license that says Offset's name, and the rental car from the rental property that has CCTV, by the way, showing Offset walking in and buying the car.
Show the video.
Well, let me get that for you. Give me a second to sift through my, All right, Your Honor. I actually have some very damning evidence against Mr. Offset. All right. Just need the floor officially, Your Honor. All right. So right here I have Mr. Offset attempting to flood the car rental business with malware so that he can affect their CCTV. And we have proof.
Okay, alright, so defense. What do you have to say to that?
A witness. Oh, sorry.
Just calling up a witness.
You don't have a witness.
It's CPU.
Defense is
So, officer, I would like to present this USB key. Upon forensic evidence, was it proven that the fingerprints were in fact my client's or someone else's?
I don't know if this guy even talks.
Well, don't worry. A statement already came out from a gathering of police officers where they had already said it was not actually my client's fingerprints on any USB drive that would have possibly given a virus to any computers.
Ironic.
Ironic or factual?
yes.
That's up to the judge.
Anything in response? Prosecution?
Yes, actually, I would like to call up my witness. Why? All right. So, for my witness here, she says, and I quote, oh, I need the floor, Your Honor. I have this little girl as my witness here. And I will as well present my last piece of evidence to prove Mr. Offset here is guilty. From my witness, she has actually seen with her 2 eyes Offset knocking over a vase to clean his fingerprints off of the computer to hack the car rental business. And here is that broken vase in question.
Okay, right. So we have a broken vase now.
And also on top of that, with breaking news saying that Offset has a degree in computer science, he had almost been untraceable.
Interesting that this degree came out. Because in fact, I'll show you the computer that the client actually has personally and works on. It's an old computer. This degree was from 90 years ago.
Objection. Objection.
So my floor. My client would not know anything about malware. And actually, I did say the fingerprints weren't even on the micro USB either, which would have been the mode of transport for this possible virus. So even if it cleared the computer, it wouldn't clear the USB, which was backed up by the policeman.
Objection. All right. Now, I know he's said a lot here, but it has been proven by the journalist that he does have a degree in computer. Your Honor, I think that was very unjust and uncalled for. I think you should get a hold of your bailiff over here. By the way,
You can't hear you talking.
oh my gosh. So, Your Honor, I would like to say that the journalist has already proven that Offset has a degree in computer science. So, with that being said, defense bringing evidence saying that he doesn't know what malware is seems to be a bit of a lie. And it seems that he's trying to sway both the jury and also you, Your Honor, because he has an old computer. Who's to say that he gave the defense his old computer and said that that is just...
Hearsay.
Okay. He also didn't say objection, but hell, all right. We'll go off of evidence alone. Old computer proves that... Actually doesn't prove anything. Old computer proves that he might have had this computer from the start of his career. However, how could you get a degree in computer science and not know what malware is, Your Honor? I feel like they would teach that in computer science.
Do you have a degree in computer science?
I do not have a degree in computer science, but I do know what malware is. And I don't have a degree.
Do you have anything to like properly say about that?
But I would like to say whatever you said wouldn't matter because he has no degree and no expertise in this field of being taught in CS.
Objection. It's been proven by journalism that he actually has a degree.
Doesn't mean he knows what malware is.
All right. So, I would say that I think
That doesn't make sense. How could you have a computer science degree and not know what malware is? What the fuck?
so.
He should definitely know. Exactly. Oh, what?
Apologies, Judge.
I do also apologize. That was very unprofessional of me.
So, looking at everything, I'm just gonna go ahead and work our way back. So, I understand that the client had an old computer, but also seeing that. So, them not really knowing what our is does not seem to really make much sense to me. I don't know how much of a that really has is with that. And look,
He's basically trying to sell the judge on his client being an idiot, which makes no sense. If you have a degree in computer science, you should know what malware is.
I'm still a little bit confused about where the car fits into this on prosecution.
Damn it. I shouldn't have.
I understand that you found that there was a driver's license found at the site, but I'm still a little bit confused about the car. Are you able to explain that to me real quick?
I can actually explain that. Just to make sure I covered all my bases, I went to everywhere our client went to. Now, I do not know I do not know Offset's address. However, it was said by the rental car business that he does not live near the hotel where the scene of the crime was. I went ahead and gathered their reports, or I guess receipts for lack of a better word, and saw Mr. Offset had purchased a rental car. And I can only assume that he used that rental car to, again, lure this woman with the Little Caesars pizza to the hotel. That wasn't very strong. Fuck!
That the court works in facts, not assumptions. If you're making assumptions, please go back to law school.
The only assumption I made was that he used the car, but him having the car wasn't an assumption.
Actually, it was because, as I said, the license was in the old suitcase. Or was in a suitcase that was stolen. So it wasn't even on him. So probably another person.
I'd like to counter that argument by saying that someone who is very versed in computer science can easily make something look like it was set up against him. Because I would say Mr. Offset having a degree in computer science would be a very smart individual.
Under what evidence would that be? Sorry.
Because just based off of computer science being one of the harder degrees to earn in life, I would say that you'd have to be a smart person to get through that.
What evidence do you say it's just the hardest when people get degrees off Google and even learn on YouTube how to CS?
His degree was shown by the journalist actually, and it was not off of Google. That doesn't mean he's not smart, and I think it's kind of crazy for you to be insulting the intelligence of your clients, if I say so myself.
I'm just stating the facts.
Okay.
I don't think he's winning the argument against computer science. There's no way he is.
Did we ever discuss why the officers were there again?
Oh, they were actually looking at the evidence of that USB that was found near the computer, where the prosecutor was alleging he was uploading a malware. And the police did rule out that no fingerprints related to my clients.
Your Honor, I actually debunked that.
You can't
Debunk that broken vase.
Yes, there was. And from key witness, she saw him breaking the vase trying to clear his fingerprints off of said computer.
Computer, not USB. And oils will stick long term. I want to be washed away by water.
Are you forensics? I thought you were just an attorney.
You could put water and oil in this, see the evidence. Facts.
Y'all know what's crazy? I actually, before I wanted to do, before I was introduced to content creation and just filming and film in general, I actually wanted to be a lawyer. So this game, this game, that's why I'm so good, bro. I'm not trying to say I'm gonna win this. I may or may not win this, but that's why my arguments are so well put together, because
Offset guilty.
oh,
Whose evidence? Police said he wasn't there.
you didn't say that the police said he wasn't there. You just said that there was no fingerprints found on the USB.
By the police, so how would he be there? The police saying no.
Let's go. It just looks like he's guilty anyway.
What happened? No, wait.
That's crazy.
He's guilty. Let's go.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking
I
go,
was trying to
bro.
help out.
Look, bro. All I'm saying,
Not believing the police is crazy.
all I'm saying is I had a stronger argument. That's all it was.
Bro, water cannot wash away fingerprints. That's crazy. Also, CS is like that's overhyped. They ain't that smart. I know so many of them in CS.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Hey, bruh. I'm a beast. Hey, bro, I'm a beast. It couldn't get me, bro. Bro, I'm just a better arguer. Bro, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro. Well, I don't want to be a lawyer anymore, but bro, I'm actually good at putting together an argument, bro. I love debating with niggas, bro. I love arguing with niggas, bro. Dude, this game is absolutely amazing, bro. I'd like to play this with Mariano and Kendrick alone, because I feel like we would have an amazing time just because of our synergy as a trio. We always just be fucking around with each other, bro. But this one was pretty cool for maybe a first video on this game. I'm putting it up on the gaming channel, and now I'm talking directly to the gaming channel. If y'all made it this far, why haven't you liked the video? Why haven't you subscribed if you're not already? 3, if you like the video, you know what to do. Like it up, let me know so I can play another one, and this time I'll play it with my boys, and we have way more synergy than this, because that guy that I was arguing against, I don't know him. I literally just met him. So let me know, y'all. Let me know.